Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, Season 1. And this is the latest of what seems to be endless spin-offs from The Walking Dead, because how can AMC resist? Because Walking Dead certainly one of their biggest successes in the history of their network, so why not keep making more zombie shows? And Daryl Dixon certainly was one of the most popular characters, and Daryl, played by Norman Reedus, is older than obviously than the beginning of The Walking Dead. He's a seasoned veteran in slashing zombies, and in particular, this first season of the show does a great job of having a lot of zombie action. There's one, like the final episode in particular is sandwiched between some zombie action, and including one like Coliseum fight, and you're just like, okay, I could be down for this. And that element of the show works. Norman Reedus, I think, does this quiet Daryl Dixon hero type well. He's stuck in France after some occurrences that led him here. And he connects with Isabel, who is this nun, played by Clemence Posey, who is a fantastic addition. Posey gives a great performance here. And you get to see her backstory. You get to see how France got into the place that it is in. And I think the shaking things up, taking things to Paris, taking things to French countryside, and like Normandy and everything, was an interesting choice to shake up The Walking Dead, which for the most part was in the southern United States, which I'm going to let you know, I haven't watched Walking Dead. So, put that out there. My enjoyment of the show, I think, is just that, like, Norman Reedus plays that silent anti-hero type or reluctant hero type very well. Clint Eastwood style, Keanu Reeves style, John Wick. You just have that kind of presence. Posey, though, brings a lot of the emotion. And she has this young man, who is potentially, like, people believe he is chosen by God to lead humanity through this. And that's an interesting way of incorporating faith into this series. And I think the way that it handles faith and these different characters and their different levels of belief, I think adds interesting layers to this season. I do think that it leans into a lot of tropes that you would expect from like zombie films and zombie series, but it is that journey of like Daryl balancing, should I stay and make a difference here or continue my journey to get back home? Because he has Carol back home, Melissa McBride, who had that connection with him in the original show. There's little teases of her and how he's going to reconnect at some point in the future. But I think this first season, the faith-based elements, I think, add interesting layers. The zombie stuff works. And just this new, fresh feel and this reluctant hero, I think, really stand out. But it's Clemence Posey's Isabel, who I think is the real star of this season. You certainly have your evil character types, and that's where it's a little bit flatter in terms of the depth, because these characters aren't the most interesting or engaging, the human villains and antagonists in this season, but overall I think it's an interesting shakeup of The Walking Dead, and it's worth the watch of just 6 episodes for this first season. But those are my thoughts on The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, Season 1. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some TV. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.